The Humvee, America's go-anywhere, do-everything vehicle. On battlefields around the world, wherever our armed forces operate, the Humvee is there. Strong, versatile, and swift, fulfilling a multitude of roles. And yet, with the shape of war changing, this radical vehicle designed originally for the Cold War finds itself in the line of fire 24/7. And as demands are placed upon it for which it was never designed, the Humvee is reaching its limitations and a search is on for its successor. And so, with the unprecedented cooperation of the U.S. military, we've assembled a team of experts in search of a solution.
I'm Alexander Rose, and I build robots for combat.
My name is Kurt Barron. I'm a cognitive computer scientist.
My name is Adam Rogers. I'm an editor at Wired Magazine in San Francisco.
My name is Dave Stollery, and I am a vehicle architect.
My name's Noah Shackman. I'm a reporter, and I edit a website called defensetech.org.
Well, I'm David Brin. I used to be a scientist, and this civilization pays me a lot more to tell stories, science fiction novels, movies.
Our think tank will take the Humvee into the future.
They're going to have us sitting in the back benches of that.
Without having to leave the vehicle. The shielding incorporated into here.
With an immersion in everything Humvee, under the hood and in the field, they will start from scratch with 48 hours to deliver a design for a new, improved Humvee. Fort Irwin, California. A diverse group of civilian scientists, engineers, writers, and designers has been brought to the home of the Army's National Training Center to redesign the Humvee.
Fort Irwin is in the middle of the California desert, and they've got whole areas out there that are meant to replicate Iraqi villages. It's a place where you can try out tactics and, as a soldier, kind of get your act together before you're supposed to ship out to Iraq.
The terrain is this, fantastic desert scrub, the chaparral. You really do get a feeling of what it must be like to ride around in one of these things in Iraq. Minus the soul-crushing fear.
You couldn't ask for a better place to learn about the Humvee.
My initial thoughts of the Humvee is that it's a really good vehicle to stop 18-year-olds from flipping over in the desert.
When I think about the Humvee, I think about the safety factors. I think about what it's like to actually be in one every single day.
Part of our job is going to be to come up for improvements on it. That's not easy. It's an impressive machine. It just looks badass.
The main thing is that thing is tough, and anything we design, we've got to make it tough too.
Good morning. Welcome to the National Training Center. I'm General Paul Kern. I just came here from the Pentagon.
Retired General Paul Kern is a consultant to the Pentagon and is on the base for just 48 hours. At the end of that limited time, he expects the team to provide him with an entirely redesigned Humvee.
I'm not going to give you a historical...
Paul Kern's a 4-star general. That's the top level of general that there is. And he's got a degree in engineering. So, that makes an intimidating thing even more scary, honestly.
You represent the best minds in this country who will be able to think differently from those who are in the military design business. We need your best thoughts. The original Jeeps were fairly lightweight, stamped steel, simple engines, gasoline-powered, solid axle machines. It was a quarter-ton vehicle, meaning it held a quarter-ton load, which basically meant 4 people fully equipped. And then in addition to that, we hung a trailer behind it, and so these 2 pieces then working together created a mechanism to move things around the battlefield. And then we went to what we see today, the Humvee, high mobility, multi-purpose wheel vehicle. Took it out of the quarter-ton class. We took the load that used to be in that trailer, and we designed a vehicle that would carry the entire load in one vehicle. The Humvee also was designed primarily as a carrier, not as a fighting vehicle. Clearly what we've seen in the last few years, dealing with insurgencies, dealing in urban operations, it is a fighting platform. So we find weapons on it, and we find it being armored, and we find it being attacked. The Humvee, which to me is a pretty new vehicle, is ready to be replaced. We see the environment that we're in today that has become a vehicle used in the fighting. We have soldiers today who are dying in these vehicles because we haven't put the right protective packages on them. And so we're looking for the best ideas, and that's where you come in. I am looking for designs that I can take back to the Pentagon to challenge their way of thinking and provide a better solution for the 21st century and saves people's lives. So I look forward to seeing you 2 days.
General Kern's design mandate has several objectives. The first is to increase the Humvee's mobility. The second is to maintain the carrying capacity. The third is to improve the comfort level for the soldiers. And the last, and most important, is to improve its protection and versatility.
You know, I've gotten to talk to a lot of soldiers over the last couple of years, and you know, I've got a pretty decent idea about what they like about the Humvee and what they don't, and hopefully I can translate that to the team a little bit.
Well, we were given study materials in advance, but nothing's like being given your orders, your marching orders, by people who really want a product.
Next, the design team is given a background briefing.
All right, gentlemen. As a trainer, one of the great things about this vehicle is I could take anyone off the street that has a driver's license that's driven a civilian vehicle, and I can teach them how to drive this vehicle just as well. It uses an automatic transmission. The gauges are all very similar to what you have in your own vehicles. You have your speedometer, a fuel gauge. The only thing difference is we don't use a key. We have a switch, turn it to start, and the vehicle starts. Too easy, very simple. It has 16 inches of clearance underneath the vehicle. It's able to climb a 60-degree incline.
Is that it 60 degree or is it 60%?
60%.
60%.
Like he was saying, it can climb a 60% grade slope without any problems. It can drive sideways on a 40